I am going to change the game for anybody in the junk removal industry or anybody who wants to get in the junk removal industry. Please make sure you watch the entire video, or if you just want to get to the juicy details, skip my journey, what I'm building and all that stuff, you can skip to right here. See what I'm going to give you guys if you invest in Autopilot. Let's jump into the video. If you don't know, I'm a Diet Coke caffeine-free person. Fortunately, there is no Diet Coke in stock, so I had to get Diet Pepsi caffeine-free, which is still pretty good. And yes, I slurp. I have something very exciting to announce, guys. Something that is going to change the industry completely. I want to bring so much value for what I'm about to offer you guys. This investment package is going to be a big deal. So I want to make sure that I bring 10 times the value more than my ask. Before we jump in to this exciting new Autopilot investment junk removal starter package of what you get and all of the bells and whistles that come along with this investment deal, why don't we start from the beginning with my journey, what I'm building, what I'm up against, and then of course we will talk about what you guys get inside of this package, because it is mind-blowing. Without further ado, let's talk about my junk removal journey really quick. I've been a software engineer for my entire life. Since the age of 10, I started programming, and I've just been addicted to computers and building websites and building apps. I build them, I fix them for people. I was originally a Windows guy, now I'm a Mac guy. I have a lot of experience with computers and software. One of my next startups that I was working on was a travel app called Gypsy. The whole idea of this travel app was to travel with friends all over the world. COVID hit just a few months later. You weren't even allowed to hang out with your friends. You weren't allowed to hang out with your family. You weren't allowed to travel, especially going to a different country. It just made it impossible. So I was just going through COVID the entire time, like waiting. Okay, it's been 1 month, it's been 2 months, it's been 3 months, it's been 4. And I'm like, when is this gonna end? And that's where I found junk removal. I decided to do junk removal because I was so depressed, I guess you could say, that I couldn't launch my app. I just didn't want to code for anybody else because my app wasn't able to launch, and I was just over code right now. The last thing I could bear was coding for somebody else. My friend told me about junk removal, and he said you can make some serious money. So I got on YouTube. There was videos how to make $1,000 a day, how to make $2,000 a day, how to make $500 a day. And the more I dove into this junk removal world, I was just like, really? I can literally make this kind of money right now. All I have to do is put my ego and my humility to the side, be willing to go pick up trash. Now, it's not always trash. Most of the time it feels like it's, like old and used furniture, but you do get a lot of dirty jobs, of course, in this business. Junk removal truly ended up saving my life. It also changed who I was as a person. I've never done anything with my hands ever before. I mean, I've used a screwdriver and a hammer. I'm not a complete idiot, but I've never actually done labor. I used to skateboard back when I was younger and snowboard, but I stopped when I was 21. So I haven't done anything like physical in years. So this was very humbling, very difficult, probably the hardest thing I've ever done in my entire life, because not only are you running a business and wearing multiple hats and needing to know different things in order to run and maintain a business, there's also the physical aspect. The physical labor part was the hardest part for me. Most people don't have trouble. They have trouble with the marketing and the digital stuff, the social media, the finances, and all the other things that come along with business. And if any of you guys know my journey, I was the master of Google Ads. I scaled my Google Ads super fast, and I'm one of the only YouTubers to this day who has logged into their accounts. I logged into my accounts and showed proof. I didn't want to be some guru who just claimed things, and there's a lot of those coaches and mentors out there who say they do things and they don't do these things, and it's just really frustrating. And I wanted to be the YouTuber who showed everything, who was honest. I showed my tax returns, I showed my Google Ads account, I showed my Clover account, I showed my purchase agreement, I showed everything. I did over $1 million my first year. It was actually like 13, 14 months, but for clickbait, I said my first year. So within the first 13, 14 months, I was completely off the truck, 2 actual locations running full-time with 8 full-time employees, and then 3 people from the Philippines full-time as well. 13, 14 months into my journey, that's when I started YouTubing. My whole original plan was to go back to Gypsy. And the more I did junk removal, I kept thinking I could scale this business. I was like, oh my God, I'll get to 5 trucks. I got 1 truck, I got 2 trucks, I got 3, 4, 5, 6. And I was like, you know what? I can scale this, hire another CEO to run this business, and then I can go back to Gypsy, my travel software. I posted plenty of videos on why and how that's difficult to run this business and a software business. It's not that easy to scale junk removal. You can do very well in junk removal, but to scale it and build an empire, whole different ballgame. 1 year into my journey, it hit me. I was in the steam room, I was steaming, where I like to relax and meditate or whatever. And I was like, oh my God, I should build something to compete with these people. It's a billion-dollar industry. And I'm very, very passionate about this stuff now because I was living frustration of running a home services business, running a junk removal business, and paying for this expensive software that wasn't doing what I wanted it to do. I was so frustrated with how expensive the software. The mobile app was pretty frustrating to use. The desktop app was frustrating. And I just thought there could be a less expensive, a more feature-packed software, all-in-one solution that comes with marketing tools built in and all that stuff. You guys can watch one of my first videos here. I say,
I'm Andrew, serial entrepreneur, software engineer, and junk removal business owner. I started a junk removal business in California as a tool to return to my passion of technology and programming. I invite you guys to stick around, hang out, follow me on my path for becoming a junk removal business titan to building a billion-dollar home services app to compete with House Call Pro and Workies.
I kept repeating that in every single video, saying to compete with House Call Pro, Jobber, and Workies. A few months in, I decided to drop companies' names that I'm going to compete against and just say I'm building a home services app. And that's where Autopilot was born. I hit 1 million 2 years in a row and successfully sold my company, but I decided not to scale and go focus on software. So let's talk about what I'm building. If you guys didn't know, I am building software for the junk removal industry. Technically, any home service industry can use this software. Very similar to House Call Pro, Jobber, and Workies. I have been a software guy my entire life, and I love building software, and I've never even once thought about building B2B SaaS software. B2B, business to business. I'm a business selling to other businesses. SaaS, software as a service, basically any piece of software that you can pay to use is B2B SaaS. And it's a highly competitive market for sure, but it's not saturated like the CRM market, customer relationship management software. Now, there are bits and pieces of CRM sprinkled in to these FSM softwares, like communicating with customers, maybe a little bit of marketing tools. And that's kind of where I got frustrated, is with these tools, these softwares that I'm competing with. It was very hard to market to your customers. It just wasn't easy to follow. Like, I had a giant client database of 5,000 customers by the end of my 2 years, but why can't I just send out a text blast? Why can't I send out an email blast? Why can't I just put them on an automatic sequence and it be easy to follow and easy to understand? Why isn't there good data and analytics? Why can't I see my repeat and reoccurring customers? Why can't I run reports on that? Why can't I see paid marketing versus organic marketing? Why can't I connect my Google Ads and just have all my data in there and see my LTV, my CAC, my average job size? There is so much useful information that could be delivered, but it's not. I guess they just don't see the bigger picture. There's so much data that could be given to you in an easy to understand way, but it's not done. And also, not only data and analytics and marketing tools, but call tracking, a phone system, and really trying to make this software your one-stop shop, your all-in-one system, but easy to follow and easy to understand. That is my plan with Autopilot. And I'm really excited to bring it to you guys October 25th. Still have a long ways to go. We're going to be building it forever. Unless you invest in this package deal, you get early access. Let's talk about what I'm up against. We are building software to compete with companies that have been around for 10 plus years and have raised hundreds of millions of dollars. Let's start with the biggest one in the industry right now as far as SMBs, small to medium-sized businesses. Jobber has raised $184 million, were founded about 13 years ago, and they're sitting around at least a $3 billion valuation right now. Somewhere between 25 and 35,000 businesses are signed up with them, and they're the largest. I want you to think about that. House Call Pro has raised $174 million. They've been around for about 11 years, and they're valued at least around $1.5 billion. And they're sitting around somewhere between 20 to 30,000 customers. Now, they are going to have a few more features right now, of course. They have an entire team of engineers, but I am still confident that my software goes toe to toe with them. It's kind of crazy to think that just in the last 8 months, me and my business partner have built Android app, iOS app and a web app to go up against these guys. Imagine what we can do when we actually go raise a little bit more money. Workies has raised $60 million, and I didn't know this, that they've been around for 9 years. They've been around for almost a decade, and I would say Workies, they probably have the most features. Workies is the most expensive. I don't know what their valuation sits around, but they're not in the billions yet. They have been trying to go into the junk removal community, which is crazy because that's what I've been trying to do with my software, is get into the junk removal community. Now, ServiceTitan is the OG, the top G player in the entire, all of home services space, but they're more for enterprise companies. They are very expensive. With the math that I've ran, 30,000 to 60,000 a year is their average price per customer. They're sitting around 15,000 customers doing about $1 billion a year. They are IPOing this year or early next year, and the rumor is somewhere between 10 to 15 billion dollars with only 15,000 customers. High-paying customers, franchises with hundreds of locations. Here's the crazy part. There is 2.5 million home service businesses in America. The largest company only has 30,000 businesses signed up with them. Jobber, out of 2.5 million home service businesses in America, 1.4% market share. There's not a single company that runs a monopoly in the home services industry. It's saturated because you have the top big guys, and you have a handful of smaller players like Thrive and Field.co and Service Autopilot, which is funny, Service Autopilot. All these other little ones are trying to, come in. But I truly believe that with your guys' help, with my community, with everybody else that's helping out, and every other YouTuber that I've become friends with, I feel like we can build not only the best software and the most affordable software, the most powerful software, but also build $1 billion company, which will benefit everybody who's investing. If you guys want to invest, there's this investment video here. This investment video is going to be a package deal that's only for the people who are willing to invest a little bit more. Thank you so much for listening. All of that stuff from my journey to what I'm building to what we're up against. Now let's talk about what you guys get for the Autopilot investment junk removal starter package. The moment you've been waiting for. What is Andrew going to be doing to change the world? Change the junk removal industry. I have got something that is not only for people who are new to this business, but you might be a year or 2 years in and you still might see massive value in this. You might even be 5 years in and you might still see massive value from this package deal. You get 9 benefits to this investment package. I'm going to tell you what's included in the package deal, and then we'll go through each one together in more detail. First thing first, this is an Autopilot investment deal. Let's just knock that out right now. You're investing in Autopilot. If you invest pre-revenue, pre-product, and it's a startup, most of you know that when you get in early, there's always more risk, there's always more reward. You get stock in the company. This is filed with the Securities Exchange Commission. This is a legal crowdfunding campaign filed with the SEC. So you're actually getting stock in my company if you invest here. You get a certain amount of shares depending on how much you invest. I can't make too many promises because it's filed with the SEC, and I have to be careful with what I say. So I can't say you're going to become a millionaire or you're going to become a billionaire. But if you invest and everything goes right, and I turn this into $1 billion company, your investment, whether it's $500 or you do the investment package and it's a few $1,000s, you will make a lot of money. Now I have to put an asterisk. Nothing is guaranteed. Every investment comes with a risk, but that's why I wanted to make this less risky. I wanted to give you guys something so insane that it would almost be dumb to not do this. Like if you are thinking about getting into this business, or you're in this business right now and you're not hitting any of these bullet points, this might be a good investment for you outside of just the investment of making potential a huge return on your money. In startup world, it's not uncommon to see a 100 to 1000x return on your investment, asterisk, if the startup succeeds. Now everything is going amazing. The connections that I have, the community, product, everything is aligned. There's no doubt in my mind that this won't succeed. I'm going to give this thing everything I have. So that is number one. You get stock in the company. That's the most obvious one. Now, this is where all the other benefits come to make this investment deal worth it. You guys can scroll down. You'll be able to see the prices of the investment. If you have any questions, you can book a call with me. We are trying to raise more money, so I don't have to go VC hunting for money right now or looking for venture capital money, so we can hire more talented engineers. I need to get more engineers because they are expensive. Number two, you get access to the software for 2+ years. That pays for itself. You get the top tier plan. So I want you to imagine if you were paying Workies, which requires a 1-year subscription, and you paid $225 a month, and then you wanted to add all their bells and whistles, which is another $150 a month on top of $225, $375, not including their phone system, their minimum phone system, $50 a month. Add that, you're at $425 a month for all their bells and whistles. With House Call Pro, $349, and then if you want all their other bells and whistles, you can add a little more to that too, and it gets into the $400s. Do that math. You will get all of my bells and whistles for free for 2+ years, depending on the package. So it will pay for the investment itself. Number 3, you get access to my course. I've had a course for a while now. It's jam-packed with 20 hours of content. With that alone, it's $500. You get access to my private community. During the mentorship, during the coaching, you get access to me for the whole year. Number 6, you get all of my resources. You get a full 80-page website. If you were to ask for 80 pages in this junk removal community, this junk removal space, you would pay $15,000. I kid you not. Now, for the crazy one, for the one that's going to change everything, for whether you're just starting or you're even in your career now, or maybe you're 2 years into your business now, there could still be serious value here. I am doing a once in a lifetime, never doing this again. I will never sell mentorships. I will never sell coaching. That's not what I want to do. I do not want to be a junk removal coach. I have a junk removal channel with, yes, a very high quality course that you can just buy, but I don't want to be known as the guy who pushes courses. I don't want to be known as the guy who pushes mentoring and coaching in the junk removal space. That's not what my brand. My brand is going to be building amazing software for the junk removal space and eventually all of home services. But I'm going to do a coaching program for 3 months, a class a week for 16 classes, and there's going to be 9 other instructors. So a mentorship program where we go through a curriculum, classes, other instructors, starting November 1st. It'll be all of November, all of December, and all of January, and this is the perfect time to start doing the SEO on your website during the winter. Start building up your organic growth, start building up your backlinks, and start building up your knowledge, start learning how to do everything so you're ready to crush it by springtime. I am making sure to cram so much value into this mentoring and coaching program. And last but not least, something that has been requested so much, social media masterclass. So I decided I'm going to build a course or a masterclass teaching you how to film and import onto your computer, how to edit, what's the easiest software to use, or maybe even how to get VAs and do it for you once you can afford a part-time VA. But I'm going to teach you everything from the beginning of what equipment to use. If you don't want to use just your phone, we're going to teach you how to use the Ray-Bans, which are incredible. We're going to teach you so much so that you guys can film and upload to YouTube and work on your YouTube SEO, which is so important, and embed those videos onto your website. And then we're going to also talk about social media and content marketing so you can properly know how to upload and what to upload to TikToks, Shorts, Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels, which ones are going to be most beneficial, and how to edit and post for those platforms to take advantage of social media and content marketing, and of course YouTube SEO, which is also content marketing. There's a little difference that we need to teach in these classes. There is a lot to this program. It's going to be insane. Let's start from the top of what's in each thing that you get. We talked about the investment. We understand the investment. Software, you guys get access to software. You're gonna get the top tier package for 2+ years for free. Let's talk about my course. If you guys haven't seen my course, go here, check this out, and you can see what's in the course. But my course is jam-packed with 20 hours of content, from the very basics to scraping, to mass marketing, to voicemail drops. There's 30 marketing videos, how to run Google ads, how to do Facebook ads, how to grow your Facebook, to offline marketing, everything you could imagine in the course, from legal to employees to pricing to trucks to equipment. It is jam-packed. You're going to get access to that until November, first week of November, when the mentoring and coaching starts. You get access to my private community. There's 800 of us in there. You can message me anytime, ask any questions in the private community, where there's like-minded, serious people in this community. You get access to me for an entire year. You get my personal number, you can text me, you can call me, you can book calls after the coaching program, during the coaching program. I'm available to help you guys. All of my resources. I have so many resources. I have my pricing sheet, door hangers, YouTube and Facebook banners so you can look more professional on yours. I have my employee handbook, Google Ads negative keyword list, job interview questions, gig worker contracts, my daily P&L, my phone sales script. There is so much resources that you are going to get. And then let's talk about the website. There is nobody doing this. There is not a single person, they won't do this because they're going to lose money on this. I built an 80-page template, a 55-page template, and 2 more to come that you can choose from, where you get a fully ready SEO optimized website with tons of pages where all you have to do is go make sure the content matches for you. Your photos, your logo, and change the copy a little bit, or have somebody change the copy. It's in one of my package deals where we'll do it all for you. And you will have a badass website ready to go that you can start ranking, because it is so important to have multiple pages to rank for multiple things that people are searching. It is one of the most important SEO techniques, is having good content in multiple pages and blogs. So you are going to get a 80-page website that an agency would charge you thousands of dollars for. Yes, I am talking about 80 pages of all junk removal, residential pages, mattress removal, appliance removal, everything you could imagine, so you can start ranking your website. You can't get this anywhere else. I promise you that. And then, of course, guys, the mentoring program. I'm going to make sure this is the best coaching and mentoring program you've ever seen. It is going to be packed for those 3 months. We have 9 instructors teaching what they're best at. We have Armando, who I just did an interview with here. He is going to be doing 2 or 3 classes teaching you. He's going to screen share setting up Facebook ads so you can learn everything on how to master Facebook ads. And it gets so complicated too when you want to set up automations and that people get responded to right away and you don't lose these leads. I'm going to have the top SEO people, Louis Vandervolk, Levi Shapiti, Matt Fitch, teach SEO classes. And we're going to have one of the best people, Xavier from Junkify, is going to be teaching a class on optimizing your landing page and running Google ads. Matt and Jojo are going to be teaching a class on organic marketing. John from Happy Junk is going to be teaching a class on COGS, and he is the master of COGS. Ivan from Junk Guys is going to be teaching a class on SMS remarketing. And then Kevin Hess is going to be teaching a class on leadership and culture and building a team. Kevin has a crazy story. He took a 1-800-GOT-JUNK location from $2.5 million to $9 million. He is one of the records in the 1-800-GOT-JUNK franchises of building the best team and doing the record in sales or something like that. I forget exactly, but he'll talk more about that later. So I'm very excited that Kevin Hess is one of our speakers too. And then of course, I'm going to be teaching a lot of the classes as well. Guys, this is a jam-packed program. If you didn't catch how much shit you guys are getting, it is mind-blowingly insane. I am giving you my heart, and I'm giving you everything that I have, my entire everything that I can possibly give to make this investment deal worth it. And then, of course, there is the social media masterclass. It is hard to do social media. It's hard to do content. How do you film? When do you film? How do you make it so the customers are comfortable with you filming? How do you upload them to YouTube? What do you make the titles? What do you make the descriptions? YouTube SEO? Do I post reels, shorts, or do I post square videos? How do I edit? Or what if I don't want to edit and I can't afford a part-time VA for $350 a month to do all my editing for me? How do I consistently stay on top of social media, and how do I do content marketing? How do I grow my Facebook page to 5,000 friends of people local in my area? There is so much to Facebook and social media content marketing and YouTube SEO, and that class will be coming out in a couple months as well, maybe a little bit less. But guys, if you couldn't tell, there was a lot, because I would like to raise a little bit more money from the community and give back to you guys and try to change your lives. Instead of me having to go search for venture capital money, stressful searching for money, talking to VC firms, you wait around for months trying to raise money, and they usually want to grab you by the balls to tell you what you can and can't do. So I want to try to avoid a VC as long as I can. So I'm hoping that you guys see value in this and you're willing to jump on board. And as you can tell, I'm putting everything I can to make sure that this investment is worth it for you. I'm going to be offering a 25% off discount for people who invest soon and act soon. I will put it down below how much time you have left to get 25% off. I will post a comment and in the video description with the link to go check out this investment package deal. If you guys have any questions, go to that website. You can book a 15-minute call with me to answer any questions you guys have. I hope you guys are as excited as I am, and I'm hoping to get somewhere between 10 and 30 of you to join on this mentoring program. And I promise you guys, I will give you everything I have to make sure you succeed, as well as using the best software in the world to help you succeed even more.
Editor Andrew here. I forgot to mention another benefit to this package. So of course I want you guys to check out the website. You can check in the video description. You can check, I will pin it as a comment as well. But this website will have everything about the investment of what you get, everything. What I wanted to talk about is these prices are not the current price. I don't know what the prices are going to be until you actually go click the website and this video is live. You'll see the package prices. People who invest within the first, I haven't decided on the time lane, but you will get a certain amount of stock bonus. If you decide to get the top tier package, something I wanted to mention that I'm doing that is going to be bananas and crazy is you will get more access to the software, more time, 3 years. But we're also going to take your 80-page website and I will have my team deploy it for you. So you don't have to go hire a Fiverr or do it yourself and save you hours of time. We will also update the website copy. We'll make sure everything matches your cities. The website is your logo, your photos, and everything. So we'll deploy it. We'll do all the editing for you. We'll make sure to index it with Google. We'll submit it through an indexer, get everything indexed so all 80 pages of your website are indexed. We're going to do a lot of high quality backlinks. I don't know the exact amount yet, but by the time this video is posted, please check out the website in the link below, the video description, and you're going to get a shitload of backlinks too. So we're going to get you off to the races immediately so that you guys can start kicking ass, because all of this right here, deploying the website, setting it up, pointing it to your domain, deploying it, after that you have to do the copy. You have 80 pages and you have to do the images, you have to do your logo, you have to, and then you have to index them if you don't know how to use an indexer, which is, it's not hard, but it's still time consuming, indexing everything. And then 150, guys, there's nowhere on earth, I promise you, will not get a deal like this. And I'm only doing this because you guys are having faith and trust in me for investing into Autopilot. So I hope you guys are excited, because this is going to be game fucking changing.
With all of that being said, guys, I leave you with this. Success is often covered in dirt. So is gold at one point.
Just another sunny day.